that Brisbane residents have had to wait for the government response to the Senate inquiry into flight noise that the Greens secured back in 2024. Almost a year we've waited for the government response, and there's not much to show for it. Only 4 of 21 recommendations supported, no meaningful action for residents actually affected by flight noise. And to add insult to injury, the response is dated April 2025, suggesting that it had been sitting on the minister's desk for 6 months. It's incredibly disrespectful to a community that was holding out hope for actual change from these recommendations. The recommendations most directly affecting Brisbane residents were 4, 5 and 6, so I want to break down what those would have meant for noise reduction. Recommendation 4, to prioritise sod props usage, which is a mode where all flights land and depart over the water to minimise noise. Now, the government did actually support this one because, theoretically, they'd already implemented it via a 2024 ministerial direction, secured thanks to Greens' pressure. However, that direction has failed to get even close to meeting Air Services' target of 5.3%. It's barely half that. Recommendation 5 is around continuous climb and descent operations. This means steady climbs and descents without levelling off at a particular altitude, which creates more noise. This one really should be a no-brainer. It also saves fuel and therefore emissions, but the government won't commit to doing it, referring only to their predictive sequencing trials, which are at high altitudes, not at lower altitudes where noise reduction is most needed. Recommendation 6 would have meant restricting night operations to only aircraft that meet the Chapter 14 ICAO standard, so newer aircraft that are actually quieter. This could have presented perhaps the most significant change for Brisbane residents because, according to the final inquiry report, it would mean moving the notoriously loud and disruptive 2 a.m. Emirates flight operated on the massive A380 aircraft out of night operations. But just like the other recommendations, the government just can't bring itself to do anything meaningful that would negatively impact the profits of the aviation industry. We know from the Senate estimates that the minister regularly meets with Qantas, Virgin, the airports and lobby groups, but in over 3 years has not made any time to actually meet with Brisbane residents affected by their operations. So it's no wonder that this response is so profoundly disappointing and frankly insulting. But let's not lose heart. I won't stop fighting for real action, and I know Brisbane residents won't either.